gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by our friends at Compass Human Performance. This amateur battle is set for three 3-minute rounds in the Aries Fight Series featherweight division. And now, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet, 8 inches tall, having weighed in at 145.8 pounds. He trains with NKI and he fights out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And tonight in the Aries Fight Series cage, he makes his amateur debut. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Michael the Great Tate! And now his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight at a height of 5 feet 8 inches tall, having weighed in at 146.6 pounds. He trains with Nashville MMA and he fights out of Nashville, Tennessee by way of Nogales, Mexico. He steps into the cage tonight presenting to you an undefeated record of 1 win and 0 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ernesto El Diablo Pinuelas.
Tell you what, El Diablo is loved in this building, Zach.
I was going to say, you can hear that pop. They're ready. They are both intense. They are ready to go. I'm excited.
I don't know how much tape study you had to do. You know, this is a really great matchup. I think Tate and Pinuelas really complement each other so
what
well.
a good kick. Southpaw, opposite stances here, so those kicks are going to be open. I expect a lot of kicks coming, both sides. Ooh, what a head kick. Whew. Circling into that power, though. He's got to be careful.
And Tate now with a chance for some top control, which is something we were curious to see.
That was a good counter by Tate. Those kicks by Ernesto were solid. It's interesting because, you know, Tate's the kickboxer. Now he's welcoming the grappling exchanges.
He's a plus athlete. I think he can excel in all areas of the game, but I think he felt a couple of those head kicks and said, you know what? Let's test my mettle here. Let's see if I can get a takedown.
Good whizzer by Ernesto to get on top. That's that, you know, National MMA's got great grappling, great wrestling, and, you know, he showed it there. Ernesto known more as a striker, but he can grapple.
Well, now we're going to see the evolution of Tate as a mixed martial artist, right? So many kickboxing matches, you've never seen him in this position, so this is something new.
So Tate has that underhook. He should be using that. Ernesto should be whizzering there, and neither is happening right now. So there we go. So now it looks like Ernesto's trying to, you know, pressure there. Tate's regaining guard. Both looking very well-rounded.
Well, Zach, you see this so many times in the sport, right? If two grapplers fight, that skill set cancels out, and it turns out to be a striking affair. And here you've got two primary strikers, and we've got, you know, 1:30 left in round 1, and we've seen a majority of these grappling exchanges.
Very interesting. I mean, just shows the evolution of the game, I guess. You know, take your opponent where they're weakest. There we go. There's some ground strikes coming, but Tate's hit that little sit out.
Yeah, that was pretty crafty by Tate.
That was.
He's got good speed. He's obviously got good hips.
Yep. Ernesto retained guard.
With a minute left to work here, this is good, you know, for Tate to visually have some top control of his own to counteract what Pinuelas was just able to do to him.
For sure. And with these short rounds in amateur fights, you know, a dominant position is huge. If I was Ernesto, I'd be trying to maybe circle that cage, try to use that to wall walk up, looking for a triangle.
Yeah, that's a great point. You know, you will notice fans at home in our pro portion of the evening on the main card, the pros fight 5-minute rounds, you know. At the amateur ranks, it's only 3-minute rounds, so that is something to consider.
You don't have very long to get things going, and, you know, with boxing, things like that, you know, you're just striking the whole time. But with MMA, you're trying to get other things going, a little striking, a little grappling. So that's not a lot to work. So some good hammer fists by Tate here.
All the way on the other side of the cage from us there. Good camera work to capture the action. You hear the clacker. It looks like we're going to have a round 2 in this contest between Tate and Pinuelas. This is a hard round 1 to score.
Very hard round. Great round. Tate ended on top. You know, in the eyes of the judges, that might have done enough to seal the round. Ernesto started strong with those head kicks and then ended up on top for a good majority of the round, but that reversal is huge.
Yeah, I would love to see an isolation of the counter strike Tate threw. I couldn't tell if Ernesto was knocked down, or sometimes you see guys get caught in the cage as they're circling out.
Yeah, like off a kick especially, like maybe he threw the left because he's a southpaw, and like as that kick came, he kind of fell. Yeah, I would love to see that.
And there's just so much. Obviously, we're looking through the cage. The action took place to the right of us. You know, there's so much production elements.
Yeah.
We can see a lot, but in those fast moments when something happens, sometimes that's why I'm always calling for a replay.
Yeah.
Because, man, it is hard, especially when you got these featherweights running around.
Oh, yeah, they're fast guys.
There you see Dedrick Sanders and Justin Ortiz giving some instructions to Pinuelas.
Great guys to have in your corner for sure.
Not
PFL
bad.
vet, UFC vet.
It's an embarrassment of riches over there.
Yeah. Every fight starts on the feet. We'll see how long they keep it standing this time.
Tell you what, both of these fighters are sweating.
Oh, what a head kick.
And you can see the perspiration fly off of Tate as Ernesto landed that head kick.
He ate it, though. He ate it.
Oh, another one.
Kicks. He's showing that Taekwondo black belt right now, Ernesto is. Good level change by Tate. Tate is, you know, his pressure forward is good, though. He's not intimidated.
Yeah, I mean, we're used to seeing Tate with a lot of body kicks of his own, but, you know, I think right now there's just so much respect between these two athletes.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good left hand. Good
left.
left.
A nice
good
follow-up as well.
Going for the takedown. Good underhook right now by Ernesto, but good takedown attempt by the, you know, known as a kickboxer. Got some good grappling.
Yeah, I think Tate really must be trusting his fitness, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe a skill set that we didn't think he was as proficient in, he's going right to it.
Yep.
Maybe to his detriment right now, though, because Ernesto Pinuelas is in dominant position.
He did not get his hips engaged enough for that takedown, and that's why Ernesto was able to counter. Great counter by Ernesto. Man, what a fight. Looks like he's trying to work for a submission here, Ernesto is, but he needs to pass guard first. Good shots from the top.
Tate was able to escape Pinuelas' top control in round 1, but right now it seems like Pinuelas is pretty secure with what he's got going on.
Yeah, a good pass, good step over there. But now this gives Tate a chance to scramble, but he's working for this rear naked right here, Ernesto is, but he doesn't have the best position for it. But he's deciding to strike, which is a smart move. You hear that crowd. It's the pro Ernesto crowd right now. He needs to get on his toes here because Tate is trying to crowd back into him, which is good for Tate. He might end up on top here. No. Front headlock position.
Yeah, Tate took some damage, and I wonder if this is going to, well, now wait a minute. I was going to say maybe this is going to deter him from pursuing the single leg because he took a lot of shots.
He did.
Mostly looking pretty legal right there. It was to the side of the back of the head.
Yeah. Ernesto should turn into him, go under that arm there. And Tate needs to scoop him back out.
10 seconds to work here.
Another interesting end to the round.
It is.
Oh. Good body shots.
Man, Pinuelas is just a nasty customer, right?
Nasty.
Short elbows to the body.
I would say Ernesto looks a little more conditioned here.
I'm curious to hear if Tate's corner maybe wants him to back off the grappling a little bit because, you know, Zach, before he initiated that grappling, I thought that was some of his best moments of the fight, was a lead left, follow-up hands combinations.
Yeah, MMA is so crazy because, you know, the kickboxer Tate is initiating the grappling, but he's doing fine standing. It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen in an MMA fight.
Yeah, and he's done it 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Two really good shots at least. Got Ernesto a little hurt, and Ernesto is, especially in round 2, he's controlling the grappling for sure.
Yeah, and that might be the deciding factor in that round, right? Hard to say where things are at this moment.
Close fight.
Yeah, and
Very
both of these young fighters have really got it all in front of them here as we go into round 3.
This could be whoever wins this round wins. Could be 2-0 Ernesto or 1-1.
I will say, in his kickboxing bouts, Tate's been in this situation before, with it all in front of him in round 3. So he will fight a full fight.
He's got that dog in him.
But Pinuelas did the same thing in this building this summer, was able to secure a decision victory. So we'll see what gives here in round 3.
Pinuelas is very scrappy for sure. This is a great fight. That would have landed.
Wheel kick
Initiates the
attempt.
grappling right away. Tate's feeling something in this stand-up there.
Now that was Tate's best takedown of the fight.
That was a great body lock return.
And that shows strength, and we're here in round 3. Both of these guys are very sweaty. That is kind of Tate showing off his plus athlete status. I really do feel like he is a good athlete.
Very good athlete. If I'm Tate, I'm trying to, you know, with either guy actually, I don't know who's winning. I'm trying to win this round or finish.
Well, selfishly, I'd love to see them get back to standing, because that was the skill set that both of them kind of excite the crowd with. But this has been a very interesting contest.
Yeah, I mean, their grappling's been excited, but yeah, seeing these two strike is something else for sure.
Well, I mean, the head kicks from Pinuelas, right?
Oh yeah, the sweat.
And Tate's hands are just so fast.
Oh yeah, great straight left he has.
So this is something kind of a new wrinkle for both of them, and it's actually playing out in a very, very close fight here with about 1:35 to go in round 3.
I mean, just shows how the great matchmaking of this card. Super competitive fights. You know, these Nashville MMA guys, they're not getting easy fights. Working for that triangle there. That's tight.
This is trouble.
This is huge.
This is trouble. He's got to pull down on the head.
His angle's not great right now. And Tate is defending well. He's not, you know, he has his arm over.
And they're so sweaty.
Ernesto needs to try to readjust there. It looks like he's trying, but his posture is good. He might be transitioning to armbar here. That's a very good angle on that triangle right
Tate is in some danger at this moment.
This is dangerous, and Ernesto's doing everything right here. This is dangerous. He could go to armbar.
You got to believe the sweat is playing such a factor at this point.
Oh, yeah. Tate's posture is great, though. Yeah, if this was in the first round, this might have been finished.
I just think the moisture is making it so hard to cinch that grip in.
Wow, great heart by Tate. That's huge. 30 seconds left. He has time to work.
How are the judges going to score that, right? Because it was a submission attempt. It was so close.
So close. That was a very close triangle. Ernesto, if I was Ernesto, I'd be trying to do whatever I can to get up. And if I was Tate, you know, I might just be holding right here too.
Yeah, well, it's tempting, but I would love to see him try to get some shots off, right?
Yeah, at least solidify the round if I'm Tate.
Because this has been razor thin.
Oh, yeah.
The margins in this fight have been razor thin.
No strikes thrown right now by Tate. Little hammer fist. Close fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to score, Zach.
I would not want to be a judge right now. I know everybody always says it. Joe Rogan always. I would not want to be a judge right now. You know.
I mean, I think it all comes down to. Well, it's hard to say because there's been so many pivotal moments in the fight, right? Like the submission attempt from Pinuelas in round 3, the top control from Tate in round 1. The round 2 was razor thin. I felt like Pinuelas had more top control in round 2.
I think it just comes down to what the judges here today favor. Do you favor submission attempts? Do you favor top control? It's you know, an earlier fight, you know, submissions.
The first fight of the night.
First fight of the night, submissions off your back were, you know, more valued higher than top control. Hey, either way, this is a great fight.
I don't think either one of these fighters see a dip in their stock.
No.
After this one.
Nope.
And it's very clear who the majority of this crowd is cheering for. I mean, this is an East versus West Tennessee kind of thing right now with NKI and Nashville.
Yep. Yeah, this is.
And I'll tell you what, the judges are much like Santa Claus at this time of the year, making a list, checking it twice.
You got to check it twice.
You got to
right
check
now.
it twice. I mean, this is going to be somebody's holiday season right here between Tate and Pinuelas.
Yeah. Christmas is going to feel a little sweeter for the winner.
I know. And this is a fight where I don't know that anyone lost it, but someone did win it. And we're moments away from finding out that decision right now. Lance Green is the man and the place to be with the answers to all the important questions.
And gentlemen, following 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecards. Referee David Hudson sees this fight at scores of 29-28. Josh Amato, 29-28. Some say 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Ernesto El Diablo Pinuelas.
I felt you could go either way on that fight.